Hello, I'm Frankie and welcome to my channel. I'm a trained actress, singer and dancer who has an obsessive love for travel, food and all things fitness. One of my favourite things about travelling is trying the local cuisine and the local drinks. Beer and wine are my favourite, but I do enjoy the occasional schnapps too. I've actually become a bit of a gin connoisseur. It's amazing how many gins there are in the world now. I've always loved musical theatre, and I've wanted to perform since I was a toddler. So I was incredibly lucky that I got to train at Italia Conti, the UK's oldest drama school. I graduated this year, 2021. Although, thanks to COVID, this year hasn't been great for graduates. However, COVID isn't all bad, as it has encouraged me to start this YouTube channel, which serves as a great creative outlet. I'm learning new skills, including how to film on camera instead of using my mobile phone, and also how to edit, which is actually really difficult and quite time-consuming. Whether you're into travel or food or music, I hope there's a little something for everyone in Frankie's world. See you soon!
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm currently filming this on Wednesday, and I know I should have put a video out today, but unfortunately I haven't had anything to film this week. However, tomorrow, so Thursday the 2nd of December, I am celebrating Thanksgiving. I'm half American, well me and my brother are half American, so we grew up in America celebrating Thanksgiving, and normally over here we'd celebrate it the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so that would have been the Saturday just gone. But unfortunately I was working, so we couldn't do that. But I'm off work tomorrow, so that means we're going to be celebrating then. And I thought I would show you what we make, what we eat, and another thing that we normally do is we always watch Christmas Vacation the Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is another reason why in England we normally celebrate it on the Saturday. But again, as I was working, we couldn't watch that either. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving and Christmas Vacation. So I'm very excited. But today I'm going to be preparing two things ready for tomorrow. The sweet shortcrust pastry for the pumpkin pie and the cranberry sauce. With a typical shortcrust pastry, you will use butter. I tend to use half butter, half lard, and then flour and a little bit of cold water, and that'll make your shortcrust pastry. But with the sweet shortcrust pastry that we're making for the pumpkin pie, we only use butter, flour, we also use icing sugar and an egg. We want nice cold butter. We need 125 grams. And we will cut it up into little tiny square, well, not tiny, good sized little squares. I'm going to close to the camera so you can actually see that. Just like that. Actually looks like cheese. I don't think cheese would be very nice in this recipe. We went to the butcher's yesterday and we bought our turkey, and that looks very tasty. 120 grams of icing sugar, and 250 grams of plain flour. Now my very serious question is, has everybody started opening their advent calendars? I've got a Reese's peanut butter cup one, and oh my gosh, that was so nice this morning to have. What we do is we put our hands into the butter, sugar, flour mixture and we massage the butter. So we incorporate the flour and the sugar into the butter. Now this is quite a long-winded and messy job, so if you don't like getting your hands dirty, you're going to have to find someone who will do that for you. Now, if you've got hot hands, you might find that this process is a little bit quicker. I unfortunately do not have very warm hands. My hands are cold, like all the time. So the butter just never seems to warm up in my fingers. But it's okay. It's a good workout if you have cold fingers because it goes on for ages. So this is what the dough will look like. Now, if you're anything like me, you will want to try a bit. Anyway, so now that's all nice and together, we will wrap it in the cleaning film. Like so. And then it'll go in the fridge until we need it tomorrow. Now I'm going to make the cranberry sauce. So I've got a pack of 300 grams of cranberries, half of them for the stuffing tomorrow. So the other half I will use for the sauce. That'll do. I'm going to take some brown sugar. Now, I mean, some people may say weigh exact amounts, but I just kind of chuck it in and we'll see how it tastes as it cooks. It's quite a lot of sugar. That should be fine. Now, I normally put either brandy or port in the cranberry sauce, but I don't have any. So, I'm going to try something that... Can't open it. Oh, God. That, I mean, I think should go quite nicely with cranberries. Got some Di Serrano, so we'll see how that works. Fingers crossed it tastes nice and it doesn't taste like rubbish, otherwise that'll be 1, a waste of Di Serrano, and 2, a very sad, very, very sad occasion for our cranberry sauce. This is what our cranberry sauce currently looks like. Not quite what you imagine when you think about cranberry sauce. But hopefully it'll be very tasty. So one thing I would suggest you do, if you don't already do this, is save your jars. So anything that you buy that is in a jar, so I don't know, pickled onions, mayonnaise, etc. Start keeping them, because when you want to make sauces or jams or anything, you're going to need them. So this is actually a goose fat, a goose fat jar, I think probably from last Christmas. So you just want to make sure that, you know, there's nothing left in it, because I don't think goose fat and cranberry sauce would go very well. And I'm going to heat up the oven to about 120 degrees. Got some pans in there, is that good? And then put the lid and the jar in the oven. And it will warm the jar and the lid up. So then when you put the sauce in it and seal it, it will create an airtight seal. Here is the finished product, and it's about to go into the jar. And it fit in there perfectly. Ouch. Bit hot. We've got a nice airtight seal, so we are all good. So I'll let this cool, and then it'll go in the fridge ready for tomorrow. Hello everyone! I'm wearing my Taylor Swift apron. Simon's wearing his Austrian apron.
Yeah.
Wishing he had that body. So this is the turkey crown we've got, and whilst I'm preparing the stuffing, Mum is going to prepare this by butterflying it. I cannot do this because, knowing my luck, I will chop my finger off or my hand, or I'll just hack the turkey to, well, I was going to say to death, but it's already dead. I would just hack it away, so she's going to do that.
So I just hack it, but I will end up with my fingers.
Yes, at least she'll still have hands and fingers.
But before the food preparations begin, Simon is about to make some
Pumpkin spice lattes.
Woo! Why is it on cooking shows, whenever people say about cooking onions, they say, oh, fry them for a couple of minutes and then they'll be cooked. And they always look cooked. And then, when you do it in real life, you end up cooking them for like half an hour before they actually look cooked.
hardly half.
Almond milk pumpkin spice latte. Made by good old Simon.
Annoying.
Well, first of all, I'm cutting off all the binding that they put on it in the shop, which is a bit of a pity really, but never mind.
Needs smash.
Needs must.
So here's the stuffing. So far we've got the sausage meat, the onions, some cranberries, chestnuts, and some cloves and allspice, and it smells very Christmassy. It's certainly stuffed well.
Yeah. Right. Can you help your sister put that inside?
The next thing we are making is one of my favourite things in the whole world.
And mine.
Bread sauce.
Anyway, bread sauce is not an American thing, it's a traditional English thing.
Yeah.
Now, all you need for bread sauce,
It's bread.
well, not
Some people put onion in it. I've never tasted it with onion. I don't fancy it.
it just sounds wrong. This is the great thing about the Thanksgiving dinners though.
We
You
eat
have
it.
so many leftovers, so you can eat it for like days on end. Right, so
White sauce.
I'll save these for the room.
you take the bread, we just tear it into chunks. Not too small, not too big. Just adds a nice texture. And then we take some bay leaves. I think for this amount of bread we'll use 3. Salt.
Plenty of salt, pepper.
Can't do any
A
food
nice
without
big daub of
seasoning.
butter.
As you can see, this is extraordinarily healthy. And we haven't got to the mac and cheese yet.
And then we take milk.
So you pour copious amounts of milk onto it.
Nice! Ah! This is my I'm going to eat lots of carbs dance.
Right. So are we doing mac and cheese next?
Nice. Very
One
nice.
thing that is slightly questionable about American food is you can buy it months in advance and it doesn't seem to go off. Great if there's an apocalypse. Maybe not
Yeah.
the healthiest if there's not. I mean, I bought these packets of cheese in May. and
I always.
and
whenever
they're fine still, so
Whenever I
yeah.
watch-
This is a £2 box of macaroni. We need £1, so we're going to use half of this. Mum doesn't eat any of this. Simon and I just stuff our faces with mac and cheese. It's going to be in a big... It's so good, honestly. I can't express
And
to
not
you
with
how
a
good
roast
it is.
especially.
No, it's
It's
glorious.
amazing with roast. Mac and cheese and gravy.
So, lots of pasta.
Pasta.
Oh, that was very old. So, for the English people watching this, or anyone who's not American, this is the cheese. Oh wow, this looks really bad, doesn't it?
Now you think that cheese has been in the cupboard since May. Don't have to refrigerate it.
This is the most popular cheese for making mac and cheese.
Cheese product.
I mean, it does taste good,
Yeah.
even though it looks vile. I promise you.
The macaroni has gone in the pot.
We've got the butter in there. I've got rather a lot of cheese. And this isn't including the cheese product. Velveeta.
So single cream.
Single cream. In America you'd use half and half, but the closest thing we have to that over here is single cream. I want 8 ounces of this. That's a little bit too much. Oh, do we care? Nah, what's an extra ounce? This is the cornbread.
So what are you putting in there?
So this is a cup of self-raising flour. Well, I'll tell you how many grams that is in a tick, because I'm not very good at doing the whole converting thing. 129 grams of self-raising flour. Cup of polenta. 155 grams of polenta. We take sugar. And it's 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, which is about 120 grams. And then I put a bit of salt in there as well. There we go. So now comes the fun bit. I've taken the sweet short crust pastry that I made yesterday out of the fridge. It's quite hard. It's good. There we go. And we're through. So we probably only need about half of it. So that'll go in the freezer. And I can make
an apple pie or something at some point. Yum yum yum! Pop this in, and if there's any bits that are maybe a bit too thin, like here there's a little crack, as you can see we've got quite a lot of excess on the outside, so we'll just take a bit of that and press it into the holy bits. I always love doing this. This bit always makes me think of Snow White when she's making an apple pie for the dwarfs in the film. That is the base of our pie, and now I'm going to make the filling. So, unfortunately the camera has died, but I thought you couldn't miss out on me making the pumpkin pie filling. So, I've got the tin of pumpkin puree, and that's already into the bowl. And now I need 6 ounces of granulated sugar.
Just to make the healthy pumpkin unhealthy.
Yeah. And now we're going to pour it in and hope that it's not too much, and we're left with a load.
Here is the turkey out of the oven. So now we've got to try and lift it off the rack and put it onto the warmed plate. So, let's go. So we managed. We rolled it out of the tray and then we whipped it back up again. So now it's got to sit 20 minutes. You're starving me.
Yum yum yum! We have the pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, and you and Simon have a glass of schnapps.
We have a hazelnut schnapps.
Another family tradition on the day that we have
Thanksgiving.
It's that time. Christmas time is here.
Woo.
Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.